I'm making homemade cherry juice, and I thought you would like to tag along with me. Okay, so first you're going to want to grab some cherries and remove the pit. Awesome. It does not matter how much cherries you use. Your choice. I'm making this for my mother, who's obsessed with cherries, and she loves cherry juice. I got a cup ready to pour it. After you pour your cherries, you're going to want to go into the special tool like this to get out the inner pit. Perfect, it's out, I think. There's also another technique which we'll be learning in a bit. You have to go in with a special baking tool, which will be in a website down below. Me and my mom bake every day, FYI. You're going to want to split it in half. So split the cherry in half. Remove the pit. Yuck, it looks like one bloody sitch. And I'm going to put the pit in a cup. Yeah? I'll be there in a bit. I'm making something to eat. I'll be there in 15. My mom's patiently been waiting for her. Don't cry, baby. We're just gonna want to poke. Oh, that is why you don't play with sharp objects. I am gushing blood. I'm gushing blood. Anyway, go back to what you're doing. I'm really sorry about that. Gently cut the cherries. There's going to be a lot of mushing too. So if you're not a patient person when it comes to baking, this is not really baking. I don't know what you would tag it as. Definitely not baking. DIY fooding? Okay, yeah. Now, if you don't like messy situations, like, I don't recommend this recipe for you. I'm regretting it, and I love baking. Okay, this part is the one I hate, the pit removing. I purposely made those messes to show you guys a life-changing solution. Life-changing. When it comes to a baker like me and my mom, we search for life hacks. Especially when you bake a lot and make homemade juices, like we do in my Portuguese family. Yes, I'm Portuguese for a matter of fact. Go in with a cork. As anyway, my mom knows what I'm doing, so don't worry. I bake every night, so she knows what I'm doing. Go in with a cork. I'm gonna get dye all over my hands for months. So yeah, if you're having trouble finding the cherry with the perfect, it is coming out. And if it doesn't, there's other solutions. And you're gonna be like, oh, my hands are gonna get dyed. They are, only for 2 weeks though. Yeah, 2 weeks basically. If I had to take a guess, 2 weeks. So probably a lot of y'all right now are just like, Mush the cherries already. Mush him, get him ready to eat. We want to see that part of you basically juicing them. I'm getting to that part, I swear, okay? We will juice them soon enough. I know, the juicing part's the best. The pit removing, not really. So much mess. It's a messy process. But I assure you this juice is the best you ever had in your life. Homemade, straight from the home, what we say. It takes a lot of responsibilities to make juice. I feel like on your own, especially if I bake sometimes on my own because I'm responsible. My parents have a lot of trust in me, and I feel like that's a priority, to be able to trust your kids and have a lot of trust. They have a lot of trust with me. They didn't really think they'll be able to trust me until 13. I'm only 11. This is the most messiest baking I've done. You know what? That's okay. It'll get easier each time I bake. And I don't really make this specific juice. I normally make orange juice or strawberry juice with my mom. Not this type of juice. So, yeah. It'll get to the point you give up. Don't. Once you start, you can't go back. Don't give up. Trust me, that is not something to do if you're working on baking. Okay, we are finished. All the cutting. Okay, now wash your hands. Put your tools away. I gotta wash this in my dishwasher. Get a clean rag and get ready for some mashing. With this masher, just gonna give it a nice good mash. You're gonna wanna add some water too. That's a must-have. You're gonna wanna go with 1 cup of water. So I need to do the right measurements. In order to bake this properly. Okay, so how have you guys been? I hope you've been okay. I've been good in quarantine. Been there and done that. Basically, we're doing something called ripening cherries. I use the brand Sweet Cherries by Bubba. That's the only brand we use for cherry juice. I know how to bake lipstick, cherry juice, cauliflower, cake, anything pretty much that somebody could maybe bake. I hope my mom likes this because this is not easy to make. You're going to want to go with a whisk and get it all scattered, basically. This is basically how you make whipped coffee. You know what I mean? This is how you make whipped coffee, but a cherry coffee. So it's not bitter, you don't want to go 1 pinch of sugar. So 1 pinch of sugar. 1 pinch, awesome. Awesome and dandy and nice. Maybe give your hands a little rinse and do some more stir whisking because you don't want it to be too bitter but too sweet. Hear that? Now, I know some people who personally like adding weird stuff, like brown sugar. They warm it up and become a tea or something like that. Just keep mashing, and that is all you have to do. Mash, mash, stir. Remember that. Mash until they're flat, stir, and you're going to need a strainer in this process. Until it becomes a wine color, like now, you could stop. It doesn't take too long but too short, you know what I mean? Like, it's a priority. You have to be responsible to do something like this. Okay? I have my tray underneath. We're going to grab our nice strainer. We're going to give this a beautiful strain. Excellent. I'm afraid to say, there you have it. Cherry juice. Homemade cherry juice. Oh, what to do with these? Eat them. Eat them. Oh, so good. Ice. To make your drink cold. And yeah, you got off your lazy butt in quarantine and made something. Thank you so much for following along today. It means a lot. You could stir your drink, give it a nice stir. And I'm really happy, I'm afraid to say. Voila. There you go. Enjoy.